Yo, what is up, everybody? And today we are back on the channel with another Madden 26 Titans Connected Franchise League. To start off the video, we already got a banger. You see right there on the screen a trade offer, and now it shows up on the right side of your screen. We are trading to the Cleveland Browns for Jack Conklin and a 2026 round one pick 15, which is actually the Jaguars pick. So basically, meaning if the Jaguars do good, the worse that pick becomes. If the Jaguars do bad, the better that pick becomes. And in contrast, we sent the Browns J.C. Latham, our right tackle, and a third round pick. So now for our Titans, we are out of our first, or no, we are out of our second round pick and our third round pick. But in contrast, we do now have two first round picks, which is amazing. And another thing for this, I feel like this was honestly just a free trade. I mean, I gave JC Latham, so JC Latham for Jack Conklin, and basically Jack Conklin is just a way older version of JC Latham. He's Jack Conklin is 31. JC Latham is a rookie at 22. They're both star dev. They basically have the same overall. They're both 79 overall, so they basically have the same overall with every other stat, or like every individual stat. So it's not like we really took a L. I mean, in my book, I think I kind of fleeced him on the street, and you guys could think that too, or you guys might be like, oh, well, the guy you got in return is old. He'll probably regress. Well, now I have two first round picks, so I could probably draft another JC Latham with one of those picks. So it's like, yeah. But for the Colts in general, they have just sputtered out of control this season. They have just it's this is a rebuilding year. A rebuilding year that we thought we were going to have is a rebuilding year the Colts thought they were going to have. They have, I should say, as a user, they have not won a game yet. They are 0 they are 0 and 4 in user games so far. One of those losses coming to us. And yes, they do, like, I know they have a win on the record, but that was a forced win based off of what Madden said. That was a forced win. They didn't play that game. They were basically given that win. Their first win actually came 2 weeks ago with a 21-3 dub over the Cardinals, and last week, man, oh man, they lost to the Chargers 27-52. Just not a good game whatsoever, though. As we do not get the ball first, the Colts get the ball first. Jonathan Taylor up the middle. Jonathan Taylor had some good space there before being taken down at the 50-yard line around midfield. But going for our Titans, we come off of a loss against the New England Patriots, a game which we could have had the dub there as Jalen Hurts gets sacked for a loss of four there. But like I said, I mean, that was a game that had a lot of mistakes as Jalen Hurts is sacked again, this time by Jonathan Grenard, the guy we traded for about 2 weeks ago, and that is the Colts left tackle. Man, on top of a sputtering season, we have injuries to it. It's just not looking good. As third and 18, play clock winding down. Jalen Hurts looking to go deep with it, has all the time in the pocket, all the time in the world. What is going on now? Jalen Hurts rolling out of the pocket, going to run. Jalen Hurts has a long way to go as Chiadobe Awuzie and Cody Barton combined for the tackle there. Now the Colts will have to punt it away on 4th and 7. But I mean, like I was saying earlier, we're just looking to get back on that little win streak there as the ball's punted out of the end zone. The Colts will start on the 20-yard line and wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. The Titans start off with a run up the middle. Tony Pollard has some space. Tony Pollard gets the 36-yard line before being taken down by Kenny Moore and a couple others. But like I was saying, we're looking just to get into the win column here. Is I don't even get a chance to say what I want to say. Is Alec Anyumar running down the left sideline? Alec Anyumar trying to escape there from Kenny Moore, who just chases him down. Now in the red zone, I'll get to what I have to say later. Play clock under 10 here, handing it off to Tony Pollard up the middle. Tony Pollard has some space. Tony Pollard is into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Cross could not get there in time to prevent it, and the Titans take a 7-0 lead just like that. And offensively wise, this is just looking like the same. This is looking the same exact way as when we played the Colts the last time. Just offensive domination. I mean, we drove down the field in like no time. I mean, it was really all came from that RPO. Alec Onyemeyer really, I don't know. Defense for that for the Colts was not there whatsoever. As on first and 10, they handed off to Jonathan Taylor up the middle. He got nothing. Actually went backwards. They're now second and 11. Jalen Hurts gets it to Alec Pierce on the mesh route across the middle. Now third and short from the 34-yard line. Really want to get this offense moving now. As third and two, looking to pass it again. Jalen Hurts going over the middle for Tyler Warren, and he hangs on through the contact there. Good catch, but now. Oh no, he did not hang on to the contact as 4-2. The Colts are going for it and they don't get it. And I am so sorry, guys. I thought Tyler Warren had that catch in the bag. That was not a good drop there as the Titans now take over with the ball. Tony Pollard running up the middle. Tony Pollard has some space, and I am so sorry, guys. I thought that was a catch. I mean, Tyler Warren, he has been an amazing rookie. It looked like that was really an easy catch as we go for Kimari DK on the corner route. It's just way overthrown there. I guess that was Cedric Gray with the force out, I believe. Then as we handed off to Tony Pollard up the middle, does not get going anywhere. As that is Liatu Latu. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Probably not how you pronounce it. With the tackle there. As third and 9, we're going for Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley hangs on to it through the contact. That was a good and bad throw at the same time. You saw the red accuracy there. First and two as Kate Ward tries to take it on the RPO read option. Grover Stewart says, nah, none of that. And that is the play we have been doing a lot as we get it to Tony Pollard on the wheel route. And Tony Pollard hangs on for his second touchdown of the day. Kenny Moore cannot force it out there. He now has one in the air and one on the ground. And also, I'm sorry about that. I got so tripped up with first and two. I'm still getting first and goal from the 2 yard line is what I meant to say. I'm still getting tripped up with that as Johnny Hecker is kicking it out of the back of the end zone, not allowing for any kick return touchdowns. But I don't even remember what I was going to say. So much has happened since what I was going to say. But man, I was not expecting Tyler Warren to not catch that as Jalen Hurts going over the middle for Josh Down breaks a tackle from Xavier Woods, but will not get the same luck as he gets blown up by Darnell Baker there. Now at the 32-yard line, looking to pass it again. Jalen Hurts gets it over the middle to Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor trying to break a tackle, but he cannot escape there as now second and two out of the pistol, handing it off to Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor had no chance. I mean, no chance there. Cody Barton takes him down. Gain of 0. Now third and 3. We are going to let the first quarter go, and now in the second quarter, 14-0. But I mean, oh, I remember what I was talking about earlier. Our Titans, we were just looking to get back into the win column and start back up our win streak. I mean, we came off the loss to the Patriots. We had some mistakes, but now it's time. We can't have any more mistakes there as Tyler Warren gets absolutely hit stick by Cody Barton. I mean, we can have some more mistakes. I mean, 5-2 isn't a bad record to have at the time. We still lead the division, and 2 weeks from now we'll have a game versus the Texans where we could possibly go up to 4-0. That is, if we win this game, as Jalen Hurts is going outside for Alex Pierce. Alex Pierce breaks a tackle, cannot break another one. I believe that was Darnell Baker there taking him down at the 3 yard line. First and goal, play clock winding down in the single back formation, handing it off to Jonathan Taylor up the middle. Jonathan Taylor cannot get there as James Williams Sr. makes the tackle. Second and goal from the 1 yard line. Jalen Hurts looking to pass, going on the slant combination, and Alex Pierce has it for the touchdown. That was Chidobe Awuzie, and the coverage just cannot get that ball out as Alex Pierce acting like a basketball player. Oh, man, hit your little Dougie there. I see you, Alex Pierce. I didn't know you could dance like that. As now with the kick, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Maybe that should be the guy switching to basketball. I believe that was Spencer. Ow. Spencer Schrader kicking the field goal, who absolutely missed the field goal, then missed the kickoff return. And also, I meant to say this pregame, but if you guys like hear me saying "ow" a lot or like stuttering or like something like that, as Cam Ward butchered that ball, this is also a reason why I haven't been uploading as consistently in the last week or so. As Tony Pollard breaks a tackle, Tony Pollard tries to get that first down, but he cannot. But it's because I had to get a cavity removed and a root canal removed. So my tooth that happened 2 days ago now. The day of this voiceover is Saturday, and I got the root canal removed on Thursday and the cavity removed on Wednesday. So I have like a temp crown in right now, and the tooth kind of hurts on pressure as Cam Ward trying to escape from pressure gets it to Chiaziem Okonkwo. My goodness, and that is what I was talking about last week against the Patriots. Cam Ward, I mean, you make that throw, but then last week when we had Chigazium Okonkwo on that same play and he was wide open, he butchered it. This is what I'm talking about. As we get it to Tony Pollard on the screen pass, almost picked off there. Tony Pollard has some blocks. Tony Pollard makes a move, and he is just taken down by Kenny Moore, who saves another Tony Pollard touchdown as first and goal from the 4 yard line. I get it right this time, and that play stood no chance. No chance. I think that was shoot. I believe that was Jawan Bentley with the tackle there as Tony Pollard. Well, Tony Pollard takes it in. Third time now. Two on the ground, one through the air, right up the middle for an easy touchdown. But like I was saying, if I'm like saying ow or I'm like more slurred with my speech than usual, it's just because if I put any sort of pressure or if I put like too much pressure on my tooth right now, it's just like a sharp pain. So that might happen. Like if I get a little bit too riled up, I might accidentally bite down and just So just bear with me here as Jalen Hurts tries to roll up in the pocket. He does successfully. Gets about a gain of 4 as he was tackled by I believe that was James Williams Sr. as Jalen Hurts now under pressure again just throws it away. And this Titans defensive line has been dominant so far in this game. And I mean every D line that the Colts go up against is dominant as Jalen Hurts rolling up, getting it to Alex Pierce on the end route, who's then taken down at the 40-yard line. And that is going to be the last play before the 2 minute warning. Now, out of the 2 minute warning in the trips formation, Jalen Hurts has a lot of time in the pocket, gets it over the middle to Alex Pierce, trying to see us going with those big hits, trying to force the fumble. I believe that was Armani Hooker. He tried to force it out there. Now, Jalen Hurts going over the middle to A.J. Brown, who lays himself out for his quarterback. I mean, actually, no, I just beeped it. A.J. Brown playing against his former team as Jalen Hurts tries to get it across the middle to Josh Downs. He threw it way too high. He could have had an easy completion if he didn't. As now going over the middle to Alex Pierce, who coughs up the ball. It was forced out by Kevin Winston Jr. Cody Barton now scoops up the ball. Colts offensive lineman stopping everywhere. Number 60 in pursuit. Will he be able to catch up? No, he won't. Now A.J. Brown coming out of nowhere, and Cody Barton is on a runaway train with the next stop being the end zone. And it finally paid off. All those hit sticks that we were getting to, it paid off. Kevin Winston Jr. just got a big hit on Alex Pierce, who has basically been the Colts' number one receiver all day. And he just makes him cough it up. Cody Barton's right behind him to get that fumble recovery and takes it to the house. As now, oh my goodness, almost picked off, and A.J. Brown is blown up by Cody Barton. The Colts use their first time out, and James Williams Sr. has some bruised ribs. Luckily, he'll be back sooner. Maybe after halftime, we kind of need him because our linebacker depth is a little bit short-handed. As now, first and 10 going to the outside. First tight end gets about a 1 yard gain here, second and 9 from the 48-yard line. 33 seconds left in the half. Colts have 2 timeouts left. Obviously looking to pass it. Jalen Hurts rolling up in the pocket, going for Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren makes a catch on Darnell Baker, but he does not get much more as he was taken down by Armani Hooker. And man, oh man, that was a mismatch. That was a complete mismatch. Tyler Warren on quarterback. Darnell Baker. That was a mismatch for the ages there as Jalen Hurts gets it outside to Jonathan Taylor, who goes out of bounds with a 1 yard gain here. Now Jalen Hurts rolling out of the pocket has a man wide open, and Jonathan Taylor, I mean, he could have walked that route and probably still scored. I mean, that was totally my fault there. As you see, the Colts are now going for the 2 out of the 5 wide formation here. Jalen Hurts obviously looking to pass it, has a lot of time now looking to run it. And well, I guess obviously he wasn't looking to pass it if he just ran it in like that. And I mean, we had 3 Titans defenders in the area, not a single one of them tries to run up to him, which is a little bit confusing, but it's okay. We still have a 14-point lead at minimum right now going into halftime, unless we throw a pick six or something. As Kimari DK takes it on the return, wastes about 4 seconds, gets to the 28-yard line before it's being taken down by a heap of Colts defenders. Now first and 10 out of the 5 wide. Cam Ward facing a blitz, gets it to Calvin Ridley on the drag route. Calvin Ridley has some space, gets chased out of bounds by Cameron Bynum. Now, first and 10, 9 seconds left. You see the Colts are in a prevent defense, and the man covering Keemer DK blitzing. Now the Colts, I mean, the Titans, obviously in Joey Slide's field goal range as we run one more play, have to get down. Ow. Sorry. Bit my tooth again. We have to get down, obviously, in Joey Slide's field goal range, and that kick is going to be up and easily good from 50. And the Colts, no, the Titans take a 17-point lead on the division rival Colts. Now, out of halftime, the Colts looking started off with a boom going for the onside kick. It's a little high, but Van Jefferson makes the recovery, and it's going to be illegal contact on Jacob Phillips. Just touched that ball way too early, and even if he didn't, I do not think that ball was going 10 yards. Luckily, we didn't catch it, or we didn't touch it too early because that was a big pile there. As we handed off to Tony Pollard on first and 10, it just went absolutely nowhere as that was DeForest Buckner on the tackle. Now we get it outside to Tony Pollard. Colts defender stopping for damn. Colts defender stopping for some reason as Tony Pollard gets it to first and goal from the 8-yard line, and I bit my tooth again. Jeez, I cannot get this down as Tony Pollard gets another 3-yard gain, second and goal from the 5. Play clock winding down, 6, 5, 4. Cam Ward dropping back to pass. Colts dialing up a blitz. He gets it to Cal. No, Alec Anyumeyer, who hangs on for the touchdown. And now the Titans have a 24-point lead as Johnny Hekker is now here to kick it away. Man, I just bit my tooth like 3 times in the last 2 minutes. I don't know what is up with me as Dublin has a lane. Dublin cannot break another tackle. Yeah, that was close to being a kickoff return there, but I don't know what just happened. I bit my tooth like 3 times in the past 2 minutes as the Colts handed off to Jonathan Taylor up the middle. Jonathan Taylor has a lot of space, gets past midfield, and I did it again. Guys, I don't think commentating's for me. For the next 2 weeks, I just don't think it's for me. I bit my tooth. That makes 4 times in the last 2 minutes. But I think maybe give it about a day or two, and I probably won't feel any like pressure pain on the tooth anymore. As Jalen Hurts looking to pass it, Jalen Hurts runs out of time, and that was Jonathan Greenhard on his second sack. And something I realized in this game, the Colts guy moves like a CPU in the pocket as Jalen Hurts is going deep. He is going deep for Josh Downs, but Darnell Baker on the coverage there with a little bit of assistance from Armani Hooker. Maybe could have been a pick, but you know what? We'll take the incompletion. 4th and 3 now. Jalen Hurts gets it to Tyler Warren over the middle, who has some extra space, and he gets taken down. But like I was saying, I think just probably give me like 2, 3 days, and I'll really be dropping content like I usually do as Jalen Hurts, trying to roll out of the pocket, trying to escape from Jeffrey Simmons. And my goodness, is Jeffrey Simmons a defensive end? I have never seen a defensive tackle run that fast for a sack. That kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier as Jalen Hurts under pressure again, and he gets sacked by Kevin Winston Jr., who now has a sack and a forced fumble on the game's third and goal from the 18-yard line. No chance at getting a first down. Jalen Hurts under pressure from Jonathan Greenyard gets it to Tyler Warren, who breaks a tackle. A hit stick tackle, actually. Now 4th and goal from the 12-yard line. Colts down massively, just going for it. Jalen Hurts just chucking it up for Alec Pierce, but that was not going to work. I mean, Alex Pierce was double coverage there. just couldn't really get anything done as we handed off to Tony Pollard on first and 10 here, who has some space, got some good blocks on the stretch, but he gets about a 10-yard gain. And I gotta say, I feel like the Colts guy in the pocket with Jalen Hurts, he moves like a CPU. Like, I feel like as Tony Pollard makes a spin move, Colts defenders are falling. That is Kenny Moore, I believe, or not Kenny Moore, Davies Ward on the tackle there. I mean, whew, with a spin move from Tony Pollard as Tajay Spears takes him on the sweep and gets taken down by late two. I'm pronouncing it differently from when I pronounced it earlier. I think it's actually late two Latu. So we get to Tony Pollard off his little flat route, third and three now. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Colts dropping back to pass. Cam Ward gets it on the slant route to Calvin Ridley, who has some space, tries to make a God darn it. He tries to make a move, but it doesn't matter. He still gets the first down anyway. Now push the fours up. It's fourth quarter time. First and 10. Handed to Tony Pollard on the sweep. Tony Pollard cannot go anywhere there. He was immediately, or not immediately taken down, but taken down by Zaire Franklin at the line of scrimmage. Now play clock under 10, second and 10. Staying in the same formation, handing it off to Tony Pollard and Zaire Franklin again with the tackle. Now play clock under 10, third and 11 here. We're wasting a little bit of, or a lot of time on this drive as Cam Ward going, oh my goodness. He butchered it. He absolutely butchered it as Joey Sly, obviously, in his field goal range, stays 100% on the season to advance the score to 41 to 14. And if you guys don't remember, that is the same score of when we played the Colts the last time. That was the same final score, 41 to 14, as Robbie Gould is here to take the kickoff return out of the end zone, and Robbie Gould is blown up. Oh, forced another fumble. That is the second on the day there. Or his name isn't Robbie Gould, it's actually Anthony Gould. Sorry about that. As Jalen Hurts gets it to Alex Pierce and throws it high, and oh my goodness, somebody ordered a firing squad out here. I believe that was Kevin Winston Jr. with the hits. They were probably so mad that the Titans special teams could not recover that ball as Jalen Hurts gets it to the outside. Tyler Warren with a gain of two. Now at the 35-yard line, third and three, about 6 minutes left in the game. Jalen Hurts, my goodness, he absolutely overthrew that ball as he was looking for tight end Drew Ogletree as now fourth and three. The Colts going for it. They basically had to go for it. It's Jalen Hurts going for Tyler Warren, who just tippy toes. You could argue that that was an end, but the game says it's end. Doesn't really matter anyway. First and 10. Jalen Hurts going outside for Josh Downs, who hangs on through the contact. Now second and six from the 46-yard line. 5:20 left in the game. The Colts need a massive miracle as Josh Downs breaks in one tackle, cannot break another one, and the Colts fumble for technically the third time on this drive. Man, oh man, who ordered the firing squad today? We are hitting with passion. As luckily for the Colts on that fumble, the ball rolls right into the hands of A.J. Brown, who actually just made the catch there. Now second and seven, Jalen Hurts going outside for Drew Ogletree, but he absolutely butchers that one. Now third and seven from the 29-yard line, and basically at this point, the Colts need a lot more than just a miracle to really get back in this game as Tyler Warren. I think even if he got his hands onto that ball, he was not holding on to it. Fourth and seven, once again, the Colts just really have to go for it if they want to stay in this game. Jalen Hurts going deep for A.J. Brown and it's picked off by Xavier Woods, who leads the Titans in interceptions this season. And with that, the Colts would actually quit this game. And Cam Ward, look at that, 158.3 rating. And I really want to go back to that, our last drive. I mean, come on, Cam Ward. Like, Cam Ward is such a good and bad quarterback. Like, I mean, he had an easy corner route throw to a wide open Chizie Okonkwo, and he butchered it. I mean, I freeformed it, yeah, but still, I mean, he absolutely butchered it. But then earlier in the game, he's rolling to his right, and from where he was at, he was under pressure by one of the Colts defensive ends, and he makes the throw to Chizie Okonkwo, who won was basically being double covered because it was a zone. I should say double covered, but there were about two people in the area there, or maybe three, if I remember correctly. There was about players, three Colts players in the area, plus Chigaziam Okonkwo was on the sidelines. And Cam Ward just dotted it in there on the move. This was like a 20-yard throw for Cam Ward because he's like 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage at this point. But it's like, man, how do you make that throw, but then you can't make the corner out throw? And then how do you make, how can you not make the corner out throw, but then you can make some of the deep ball throws you've been making this season? And I feel like that's like the dual like threat between Cam Ward. It's not a good dual threat. It's a bad dual threat. Just to clear that up for you guys, but it's like I feel like if Cam Ward did what he did this game, last game, then we have a really good chance at beating the Patriots. Because I mean, we stopped the Patriots, and on the game-time touchdown drive from the 2 yard line, we were really getting it started as we had that. We started from like the 2 yard line. Patriots dialed up. I think they dialed up a blitz on first and 10, first play. Throw it to Chigoziem Okonkwo, who's wide open on his little out route, and he just butchers it. He throws it right into the hands of Christian Gonzalez, and then I believe once more in that game, we tried to hit. I think we tried to hit Chiazia Mokako again on his little hitch route, and he absolutely overthrew it. I think that's from that game. I might be thinking about a different game, but I mean, other than that, we had the Chargers next week, and we got our wish from a couple weeks back. We said we wanted to play the Cardinals when they were undefeated and take them down and make them defeated, but we got our wish. The Chargers at this point in the season are 7-0, looking to keep their undefeated streak alive next week as we they will actually travel to us and we will have another home game in which this time we will really look to impress the fans. Last time we had a home game, we lost to the Patriots, as you guys remember. Now we have another home game again against a interconference beast in the Chargers. They have that one seed, obviously. They're the only undefeated team left in the NFL. So, looking to kind of snag that one seed from them, we have to beat them next week. It's going to be a hard game for us because, I mean, unlike the Patriots, the Chargers more have a balanced team. Like they're not dominating on the offense. I mean, they're dominating on offense and defense. And I know if you look at the games, you saw some big scores, but I still feel like they have like top 10 defense in the league, and then they also have a top 10 offense in the league. As for the Patriots, Patriots had the number one offense in the league, and then they were like bottom 25 defense in the league. But other than that, that's going to be it for me in this video. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, comment, and peace.